Is there the spark of creativity in your life? Are you doing things that you truly love and enjoy doing that make your heart sing? Do you feel like your life has purpose and meaning? That you've discovered what your unique gifts and contributions are, that you're sharing them with others to help make their lives better, to make the world a better place? Or have you just kind of lost touch with all of that, and now your life is starting to feel rather dull and gray and colorless? I'm Laura Lee Humphreys, and in this episode of Faces of Freedom TV, I'll be sharing with you what is perhaps one of the greatest secrets for rediscovering and rekindling that joy and enthusiasm and passion for your life so that you can create a life that you love. So stick around. Now, this video is part of the self-care series that's based on the body-based template I created called the 7 Source Channels of Nourishment. And in this video, we're talking about the 4th gate, or the 4th channel, which is all about expressing heartfelt aliveness and enthusiasm. Now, this gate or channel corresponds with your heart center. And in your energy system, it corresponds with the 4th chakra. And in your endocrine glands, in that system, then it corresponds with your thymus. So have you ever experienced this for yourself, or even observed someone doing this, where you're really absorbed and lost in doing something that you truly love? You're so focused on it, you're immersed in it, and you're just in the flow, in the zone, where creativity and juices are flowing, ideas are coming to you, and you just are totally loving it. And you look up, and before you know it, 3 hours have passed. You didn't even recognize or feel that the time even slipped by. You know, when we have things in our life that we really enjoy doing, that give us that much juice and immersion when we're unfocused, when we're in them, when we have those things, that's what gives life and juice and meaning to our lives. It gives color and interest. You know, it's so easy to lose touch with those favorite hobbies and pastimes and things that make us truly feel alive when we just start to settle and succumb to the day-to-day routine of going to work, dealing with the commute, with the obligations, the appointments, paying the bills, driving the kids around. And then before you know it, you've just kind of lost juice. There's no interest in life anymore. And so you just shuffle around from day to day. You spend your evenings in front of the couch, zoned out, watching TV. You're just kind of like getting by, getting through life, kind of waiting for the end to come. So check yourself. Look at your life right now. Do you have things in your life that make you feel alive? Interests and passions and hobbies, things that you can share with other people that you love to do, that gives you juice, that stimulates your mind, stimulates the creative flow? Or have you just kind of given up on that and put things on the shelf for more practical things of life, like paying the bills and going to work and zoning out in front of the TV at night and just kind of basically waiting to die? Becoming what I call like the walking dead, where the light has gone out of your eyes. You're just kind of shuffling around from one day to the next. You're kind of grumpy. There's nothing to really interest you. You've lost direction and purpose. So if that's you, perhaps it's time to start reassessing things and make different choices and find some life, some juice, some color, and bring it back into your life. Rediscover some old pastimes, or maybe even find new ones. Make new relationships. Discover things that you truly love to do, that you would do regardless of whether or not you ever got paid for them. Things that you like to share with other people just simply for the joy of it, because you enjoy helping other people and offering things that could make their life better. rediscover what those things are in you, and so that your heart sings, so that there's joy and juice and enthusiasm in your life, so that at the end of your life you could leave it knowing that you were truly fulfilled. You did everything. You experienced everything you wanted to do. There's nothing left undone. No unfinished business. That your life feels complete. So how would you need to live now so that you could die and complete your life being in that state of no regrets, of no unfinished business? Think about what that could be for you. What types of interests and things that you enjoy doing that you could just deepen or expand and develop further. So what are some of the things that block this? Well, one of the biggest things is from closing down your heart. And in today's world, it's very easy for your heart to get closed. So many different experiences, relationships, misunderstandings, miscommunications that occur that leave us with sadness, guilt, pain, anger, feeling betrayed, a loss of trust, feeling like life is no longer fair, feeling like there's just all of this pain and this resentment and this unfinished emotional business, emotional baggage that you've not been able to resolve or make peace with in some way, that bit by bit, layer by layer, it closes down and hardens your heart. And when that happens and you lose touch with the color, the juice, the creativity, the things that give your life meaning and purpose. So my encouragement to you is to unpeel all of those things off of your heart. Rediscover what gives you passion and joy and aliveness again. There's a book that I found called The Healing Code. And it's by a man named Alexander Lloyd, who's a PhD, and another man, Ben Johnson, who's an MD. And they talk a lot about things that can heal and open your heart, as well as help with physical health. And they explained things, what they call the 3-1 things. So the first thing they say is that there is one thing on planet Earth that can heal just about any problem in your life. And this doesn't include, this goes beyond just your physical health. You could apply this to relationships, to your money flow, to your work, to the area that you live, your physical environment. Literally just about any problem of your life. And this thing, number 1, is your immune system, believe it or not. And in the book, then they explain how that applies to literally any area of your life. So I recommend you go get the book. Then the second thing that they say is that there is one thing on planet Earth that will turn off the one thing, number 1, which is your immune system. And the thing that turns that off is stress. And this could be stress in many different forms. The most immediate kind of stress we think of would be the stress from day-to-day living, the stress of financial, having to pay the bills, of financial obligations, the stress of relationships, the stress of breakup, the stress of moving, of divorce, of death, all kinds of stressors from just experiencing life. And then we have the emotional and psychological stressors of all of the things that you've experienced in your past that closes down your heart, that you have not been able to heal and resolve and let go of and move beyond. That's a lot of stress. And then we have physiological stress. Stress from eating a horrible diet, from not taking care of yourself, from not being active with exercise and not getting enough sleep. Things that in our relationships and our money flow and the other life experiences that do take an impact, take a toll on our physical health. And that's where the immune system comes in. So stress is the second thing that will turn off our immune system. And then they say that the third thing is that there's one thing on planet Earth that will turn back on the first thing, or turn back on the immune system. And that is healing the issues of your heart. Now, how this ties in with the thymus gland of the endocrine system, which is what this gate of nourishment is all about, is that the thymus gland is where the young immune system cells go to learn about what is self and what is not self, to recognize the different cells and microorganisms and the bacteria and everything that belong to your body, that sustain and support the health and life of your body, and then to recognize those foreign things that are not. So when your heart is closed down because of stress, because of all of this emotional stuff, it also shuts down and suppresses the activity of your immune system, so that you're more susceptible to disease and illness and feeling fatigue and other physical problems. So, what can you do to heal the issues of your heart? Now, this takes commitment and time and a willingness to really look at the things that you put on your heart layer by layer that have shut it down. To look at the things that have hardened your heart, that have hurt your heart. To really look at the experiences that gave you grief, of anger, of pain, of betrayal. All of the things that have difficult emotions that we have a hard time letting go of, and learn how to let them go. Work with somebody to help facilitate you if need be. Work with a healer, learn how to do some energy healing work and meditation. Those are the two tools that I have found to be the most effective in this kind of work, is energy healing work or energy medicine and meditation. So work with someone to help you with that. So learn how to let that stuff go, find peace, find resolution, come to some kind of understanding as to why those experiences were in your life and what can you learn from them. How can you use those painful experiences to make yourself better, to make yourself stronger, so that you don't have to repeat them again, so that you can learn from them and find them as gifts and jewels in your life, rather than curses and horrible things that kill your soul. Learn how to forgive the other people involved. And most importantly, learn how to forgive yourself. Learn how to love yourself. Forgive yourself for not being able to say no in those difficult times. Forgive yourself for not standing up for yourself and setting good boundaries so that people could take advantage of you and walk over you. Forgive yourself for creating a financial mess that you now have to pay for. Forgive yourself for the mess of the relationship that you helped create. Forgive yourself for the damage and the hurt that you gave to other people. Forgive yourself for not taking care of yourself, such that now you have a health disease and condition that you have to deal with as a result of your previous misactions and misdeeds. Forgive yourself for being human. Forgive yourself for not standing up for others. Forgive yourself for not allowing yourself to experience the creative, juicy flow and the colors of life. Forgive yourself for everything that you feel like you need to forgive yourself for, so that you can find love for yourself again. As you do that, you peel away the hardness, the walls, the layers on your heart, and you get in touch with a well of energy, a well of life force that can bring new light, new life back into your world, to give you color again, to stimulate your mind, your creativity, get those juices flowing again, give you an impetus to go out and try new things, meet new people, explore new passions and pastimes and hobbies. to really re-experience the nourishment and the good things of what life has to offer. So that's what this gate of nourishment is all about. Allowing yourself to be nourished by the juiciness, the colors, the enjoyment, the passion, the creativity of life, of being so immersed in something that you truly love doing, that you wanted to share it with others just because it's joyful for you to do it. So allow yourself to be nourished in this way. So as always with this series of self-care, all about the 7 source channels of nourishment, I encourage you to download the guide, the resource guide that walks you through with this template, this lifestyle template, to assess the different areas, the different gates of nourishment in your life, to see how well you're doing with them. This being the 4th gate, there's 7 total, so there's 6 others to explore. So download that guide, go through the assessment, and I'd love to hear from you. What do you do that brings you great joy, that makes your heart sing? What makes you feel the most alive? Did you get value from this video? I'd love to hear from you of what you found most valuable. And if you did enjoy that, then I encourage you to share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, share it. Each week, I'm frequently giving new videos here on this channel of things that you can do to create more juice and aliveness in your life so that you can create a life that you love. You can also find me on my website, lauraleehumphreys.com. And you can find me on Facebook under my name, Laura Lee Humphreys. So you can go there, connect with me, and see more of the other things that I'm doing, classes that I'm offering, and health and lifestyle tidbits that I share, all about ways that you can create a life that you love. So until next time, find some enjoyment, some enthusiasm and passion for yourself this week, and have a love-filled, color-filled week. Take care.